baby bus!
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Street magician.
Come one, come all! If you're passing by, don't miss out! The world's greatest magician is about to perform his magic!
Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman were about to go to a restaurant to eat when they heard shouting from the street.
Oh, dear! There's a magic show? Sheriff Labrador, let's go have a look!
Officer Doberman and Sheriff Labrador squeezed into the crowd. They saw White Fox wearing a tall magician's hat as he stood in the middle of the crowd.
Now, I'm going to ask someone in the audience to complete this magic act with me!
White Fox's eyes swept back and forth through the crowd and finally settled on Miss Cat.
Wow, what a beautiful lady! Are you willing to help me?
In a flash, White Fox conjured up a rose and presented it to Miss Cat. Miss Cat blushed.
Okay.
Huh? Something is wrong.
Sheriff Labrador glanced at Miss Cat. Her purse looked full, and there was a ruby inlaid on it.
White Fox seems to have chosen Miss Cat on purpose.
Oh my! Sheriff Labrador, we're not on duty now. Don't be nervous. Relax a little and enjoy the magic show. Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Before Officer Doberman had finished talking, he suddenly sneezed several times in a row.
Officer Doberman, what's wrong with you?
I'm a little allergic to cat hair. Achoo!
Oh, my beautiful Miss Cat. Before we begin our magic act, please give me your pretty hands.
Miss Cat put her purse aside and stretched out her hands shyly. White Fox took out a rope and tied Miss Cat's hands.
Now, can you unbind your hands?
I don't think I can. Meow.
White Fox tightened the rope around Miss Cat's hands and even tied a dead knot.
How about now?
Ooh, it's too tight. I definitely can't untie my hands. Oh, meow.
A sinister smile appeared on White Fox's face. He picked up Miss Cat's purse.
Is this your purse? When I snap my fingers, it will vanish before your eyes. Watch carefully, everyone. You're about to witness a miracle.
White Fox had just finished talking when he turned around and ran. Miss Cat and the crowd were dumbstruck.
Is this a magic trick?
Yes, what's going on?
What just happened?
So far away!
Is this the end of the magic show?
Oh dear, that was the strangest magic trick I've ever seen.
Officer Doberman was baffled too.
Magic trick? White Fox is a cheat. The magic trick was a pretext. His main goal was stealing the purse. Officer Doberman, let's give chase.
What? A cheat? Don't run!
Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman gave chase at once.
Drat! Why is someone chasing me? It's crowded over there. I'll blend into the crowd.
White Fox did a sudden turn and ran into an amusement park. Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman followed White Fox into the park. They looked around but couldn't find any trace of White Fox.
I saw him running in here. White Fox? Sorry. Sorry. I got the wrong animal.
Officer Doberman mistook other animals for White Fox several times in a row. He was a little discouraged.
Looks like this cunning White Fox has already run far away. Achoo!
Officer Doberman, is that your allergy acting up again?
It's strange. I don't see any cats around here. So why am I sneezing? Achoo!
Hearing this, Sheriff Labrador's dark, round eyes suddenly lit up. He stopped in his tracks.
Wait! White Fox must be around here somewhere.
Sheriff Labrador, how can you be so sure?
White Fox had close contact with Miss Cat just now. His body and Miss Cat's purse had cat hair stuck to them. Your allergy must be due to White Fox being nearby. Let's search carefully.
Yes, Sheriff. Achoo!
Suddenly, a figure wearing a thick yellow jacket caught Sheriff Labrador's attention.
It's so hot. That animal is wrapped tightly in a jacket. Could it be? Sir!
When Sheriff Labrador shouted, the figure took off running.
It's White Fox! After him!
Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman chased the figure for some distance. When they were about to catch him, he suddenly fainted. Officer Doberman went up and looked. Sure enough, it was White Fox.
Hey! Don't pretend. Come with us to the police station. Achoo!
He's not pretending.
Sheriff Labrador quickly took off White Fox's thick jacket and carried him to a pavilion. After a while, White Fox regained his strength.
What? Well, what happened to me?
You got heat stroke. It's so hot and you're wearing such thick clothes. You're lucky your heat stroke was not serious. If it was serious, your life could have been in danger. Did you know that, White Fox?
When White Fox heard that, he nearly fainted again.
I won't try to trick others on a hot day again. Oh no, I won't try to trick others on any day again.
With me around, you won't be thinking about robbing others anytime soon. Now follow us to the police station. Mini episode on safety. Woof!
Mommy, tomorrow's a holiday. We haven't exercised for a while now. Oh, let's go climb the mountain with Daddy.
Okay, but the weather forecast says that the temperatures are going to be very high tomorrow. We must bring enough water with us, along with some heat stroke medicine.
So thorough and thoughtful. Sheriff Labrador's Safety Talk. When it's hot and you're doing outdoor activities, you must protect yourself from heat stroke by wearing light, breathable clothes. Drink lots of water too. If your friends suffer from heat stroke, you must carry them to an airy, cooler place and unbutton their clothes to disperse the heat. Friends, learn how to prevent heat stroke and help others at critical times. Woof!
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
The Magician's Secret.
I don't have anything in my hands right now, but that's about to change. 1, 2, 3.
At the Forest Theater, Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman were watching the performance of the great magician Zebra. With the wave of a hand, 2 decks of cards suddenly appeared in his empty hand. The audience broke out into cheers.
Oh my!
Officer Doberman clapped until his hands hurt.
For my last trick, I'll invite an audience member to experience the magic of teleportation.
Oh my! Oh, pick me!
The animals in the audience raised their hands all at once. Officer Doberman was so excited he stood up. Just as Magician Zebra was about to make his pick, Black Bear was unable to hold himself back any longer. Shouting, he ran up onto the stage.
Let me! I love magic.
But I haven't picked anyone.
Magician Zebra, I love your magic. You must pick me.
Zebra hesitated, then nodded his head. Black Bear was so excited he hopped and jumped on the stage. The stage nearly collapsed. Zebra led Black Bear to a big chest on the stage. Black Bear got into the chest. The chest was closed and then opened. It was empty. Black Bear had vanished from the chest.
Oh my! This teleportation magic is fantastic!
Don't get so excited, Officer Doberman. The magic show is not over.
On the count of 3, Black Bear will appear on the 2nd floor. 1, 2, 3.
The zebra on stage snapped his fingers. Bang! A streak of fireworks flashed. Everyone's eyes went to the spot he was pointing at on the 2nd floor expectantly. But there wasn't anything on the 2nd floor.
Huh? Where's the bear?
Zebra was a little embarrassed. He snapped his fingers again, but there was still no trace of Black Bear. The atmosphere on stage froze, and the audience broke out in an uproar.
Huh?
Isn't it supposed to be instant teleportation? Why did he vanish?
That's right. It's so strange.
What? Don't tell me the magician failed. Oh, is that right? Oh dear, is everything all right?
Where did Black Bear go?
The audience began to discuss animatedly. Magician Zebra stood on the stage looking helpless. At that moment, Sheriff Labrador stood up.
Don't panic, everyone! Officer Doberman, let's go up onto the stage and take a look.
Sheriff Labrador led Officer Doberman onto the stage. He carefully inspected the chest Black Bear had disappeared from. Suddenly, banging sounds came from the top of the chest. It sounded like thunder.
Huh? This sound, like it's coming from midair. Don't tell me.
Sheriff Labrador's dark, round eyes suddenly lit up. He asked Magician Zebra quietly.
Zebra, does your magic trick involve using the elevator hidden behind the stage? Does the animal take the elevator from the stage to disappear and then appear on the second floor?
Sheriff Labrador, how did you know? This is a magician's secret.
I heard some noise. I think Black Bear was overly excited and he was hopping and jumping in the elevator. The elevator couldn't take it and it's now stuck in midair. A stuck elevator is a dangerous situation. We must get the maintenance workers here right away or the one inside will be in danger.
Sheriff Labrador quietly called for the elevator repair workers. They quickly repaired the elevator. Black Bear was saved, but he was huddled in the elevator, sobbing, and refused to come out.
It wasn't easy getting to perform with Magician Zebra. It was my fault for jumping in the elevator. Oh, the magic trick is ruined.
Don't cry just yet. Magician Zebra, is there any way for the show to go on?
Let me think.
Dear audience, Black Bear has vanished for quite a while, but on the count of 3, he'll reappear. 1, 2, 3.
The curtain on the stage was drawn open again. With a wave of Magician Zebra's hand, Black Bear, who had disappeared from the stage, appeared in his seat.
Oh my! Sheriff Labrador, how did he do that?
This, I don't know. It's the magician's secret. Mini episode on safety. Woof.
Sheriff Labrador, I've been afraid to ride in elevators since the incident with the magician. My house is on the 22nd floor. I've already spent half an hour climbing these stairs.
Black Bear, there won't be any problem if you use the elevator safely.
Really? Oh dear, I'm really exhausted.
That's right. Sheriff Labrador's Safety Talk. The elevator is our daily helper. But when we take the elevator, we must observe safety rules. Friends, do not run, play, or fight in the elevator, or you may cause a malfunction.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
The case of an assault on a magician.
Hey now, sweet music, graceful dancing, and mysterious magic performance. Here I come! Yay! Woohoo! They say that Mr. Beaver the Magician has prepared a never-before-seen magic performance this time. I can't wait!
One day, Forestville was going to hold a grand magic show that also included song and dance. Officer Doberman arrived at the theater with Sheriff Labrador early.
Dobie, we have a little time before the show. Why don't we...
Suddenly, there was a scream from backstage at the theater. Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman immediately ran in the direction of the yell. When Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman arrived at the scene, the entrance to the dressing room was crowded with animals. Mr. Beaver, the magician, lay face down on the dressing room floor with a huge knot on the back of his head. A meerkat crouched anxiously beside the magician and called out in a high-pitched, worried voice.
Oh God! Wake up, Mr. Beaver! Wake up!
Dobie, call 911.
Okay.
Officer Doberman let out a violent sneeze. He rubbed his nose and said,
Yeah, there's a really strong paint smell.
Oh, I'm sorry, officers. The paint on this window was faded.
Oh, that's right. So I painted the window this morning.
I'm fine.
An ambulance quickly arrived and took the injured Mr. Beaver to the hospital.
Can you tell me who was the first to arrive and find Mr. Beaver on the ground?
It was me.
The meerkat, who had been crouching next to Mr. Beaver, raised his hand, trembling.
I'm Mr. Beaver's assistant. A few minutes ago, when I opened the door, I saw a dark, shadowy figure knock Mr. Beaver out. And then that guy, he jumped out the window, but his clothes ripped after accidentally getting caught on a splinter on the window frame.
As Sheriff Labrador approached, he saw a black scrap of clothing hanging from the window frame.
That's weird. Why are all the edges of this scrap so neat?
Sheriff Labrador seemed to have stumbled upon some clue, while the show performers frowned with looks of concern covering their faces.
Oh, this is terrible. Mr. Beaver's performance is the highlight of the show.
Oh, dear. Where are we going to find someone to replace him on such short notice?
Yes. Oh, what are we gonna do?
Well, maybe I could give it a try.
A high-pitched voice came. It was Mr. Meerkat, the magician's assistant.
To be honest, after all these years assisting Mr. Beaver, I know all of the tricks he performs.
Well, thank you, Mr. Meerkat.
Great! I'll do my best.
Mr. Meerkat quickly stopped the upturned corners of his mouth and was ready to hit the stage. At that very moment,
hold on!
A loud voice caught everyone's attention. Sheriff Labrador looked at Mr. Meerkat with a piercing gleam in his eyes.
You can't get on that stage, Meerkat, because you're the one who intentionally hit Mr. Beaver.
Oh, what?
No way.
It was you?
Oh, no, not me. It was the guy in black. Oh, God. Why are you accusing me of doing something wrong, Sheriff Labrador?
Mr. Meerkat's eyes were red, and he pointed anxiously at the black scrap of clothing on the windowsill, saying,
You can see it with your own eyes, guys. Here is the evidence, a scrap of clothing from the guy in black.
Oh, yeah?
Sheriff Labrador removed the black scrap and showed it to the animals present.
See how the fabric has nice straight lines? It doesn't look like it was ripped from anything. Someone must have cut this from some clothes and put it on the window.
It's...
On top of that, Meerkat, look at what you've got there on your sleeve.
Achoo! Oh, it's paint! Hey now, I see! This high window was just painted this morning. Meerkat is too short to reach it, so he couldn't have gotten paint on his sleeves when doing his regular routine. Meerkat, you must have accidentally gotten paint on your sleeves when you hung up the black fabric on the window.
Dobie's right. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Meerkat?
I'm out of here!
After him!
Meerkat dashed out of the theater. At the same time, the theater began allowing spectators to enter, and the entrance was crowded with animals.
Get out of the way! Move it!
Meerkat!
Out of
Stop!
the way! No! Absolutely not!
Mr. Meerkat was violently knocked to the ground by the crowd that was pressing in. But none of the animals outside the entrance had noticed it, and they kept moving in.
Who stepped on me? Ow! It hurts.
This isn't good. Dobie, use the intercom system to tell everyone to stop moving.
Got it.
Someone has fallen. Everyone, please stand still and stop moving forward so as to avoid trampling over them.
Hey now, someone has fallen at the entrance. Please stop moving forward right now, please.
Very soon, Officer Doberman had the scene under control. Then Sheriff Labrador went to rescue Meerkat out of the crowd. Meerkat lay on his back, flat as a pancake, his clothes tattered, his shoe missing, and there was a shoe print on his face.
Good thing you're not injured. It's extremely dangerous to go against the flow of a crowd. The consequences would have been unimaginable if a stampede had occurred.
Oy vey. Thank you, Sheriff Labrador. That was horrible.
All right, Meerkat. You're under arrest for aggravated assault. Now come with me to the police station.
Huh? Oh, God. My legs are too weak for me to stand up. Oh, boo.
Mini episode on safety. Woof!
Whoa! Oh! Today's show was fantastic! Doodle Bear, next time we... Are you alright, little beaver? Someone stepped on my shoe and it came off! I'm gonna go back to get it! Wait! Hold on! Let's step aside and wait for a moment. It's a big crowd and they are heading out, so it's easy to get hurt going back now.
Well done, Doodle Bear. Time to learn safety with Sheriff Labrador. When we find ourselves walking towards a crowd of people coming the other way, it's a good idea to keep a safe distance and wait in a nearby open area until the crowd passes. Never go against the flow of a crowd. Otherwise, it is easy to be knocked down and even cause a stampede, endangering your personal safety.